What's up, guys? It's your boy Carbell and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so this is the very first video in the series that I've just launched today, the card series. Anything CSS card, anything CSS card, anything CSS card. That's the name of the series. Alright, so this is the very first video. You can see this nice card here, very inspirational, simple, minimalist, and then it's great. And the best part is it's also responsive, meaning on a smaller screen it's not going to be that way, it's going to be changed to this vertical layout, and it's great. I know on a bigger screen you get this, smaller screen you get that. If you don't want this, what do you want? So without much ado, let's just jump right into the video. Okay guys, so if this is the first time you are meeting, my name is Sarfo Carbell and this is the channel for you if you are interested in taking your front end game to the next level. That's leveling up your CSS skills, learning anything front end, whether JavaScript, CSS, HTML, whatever you need. Get inspirations, get your project done, make the customer say wow, whatever you want. This is the channel for. So consider subscribing and make sure you hit the bell button so that you don't miss out on any videos that I bring this and every Wednesday. Guys, let's just jump right into it. So this is my text editor, VS Code. Yes, I'm sure you're using the same thing. Whatever editor you're using is okay. It can still do the work for us. But I have my index.html here, styled neatly, a boilerplate, everything set up. And then I have also a style sheet. That's my CSS file here. And then I've linked the two of them. You can see the link, and I've linked it neatly. Alright, and the best part is that, guys, please stick to the end because I have the link to codepen in the description. That way you can get access to the code and make it your own code, because that's why this channel is here for. It's for you. So let's just get right. And I also have a picture, the image you are seeing here. This beautiful lady, she looks like me. I'm lying. Okay, this is a wonderful picture, and then I recommend you get 1:1 ratio aspect, so that like it's very good for an avatar. 1:1 doesn't mean it should be one pixel by one pixel. I mean 1:1, so you can whatever I mean, like just get a great picture that will work for you. A square picture, a picture that's square, that's better. So let's just jump right into the HTML and then let's get to it. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have a section. I always use section. I don't know why. I could just go straight, but I'm going to do a section. I'm going to give it a class of, let me just say section. Let's go back to section like this, and I'm going to give it a class of section contact. Yep, that makes much sense for me. And then in my section I'm going to have now look at this thing here. I'm going to have a contact card. This is the card number 1, and then I'm going to divide this card into 2 aspects. This is going to be the card image, and then I'm going to have here to be the card text, so that when we go to a bigger screen I can just put them side by side. You can see that makes sense. This is actually the only planning you have to do for such a beautiful card like this. All right, so I'm going to have what the card. So I'm giving it a class of what, a card, a div with a class of what, card, and also I'm going to have my other div with a class of what, card image. That's the very first one up there. And then in that that part I'm going to have my img. Okay, and it has a source, all the name of the source. That's, we are going to link it to what, the picture we have here. So I have, it's in the images folder, images / that's the name, face.jpg. Alright, and then if I should end and press this, what do I get? I also have to add these 2 things here. My beautiful name. This is the name of the pretty lady. Yes, Sarfo Carbell, that's her name. Yay! Someone will attack me. So I'm going to give it H2. Alright, and I'm going to type Sarfo Carbell. That's my name. Don't ask me the meaning. And I'm going to have an H5. You can use anything as long as it doesn't. And I'm going to give what, web designer. That's the job. Okay, that's after designer. If I say that, oh, nothing is happening. I forgot to tell you. I'm using an extension of a VS Code extension, meaning there's a live server. Okay, anytime I save anything here, it automatically refreshes in the browser. I don't have to come and click refresh here. This extension here automatically does the refreshing for me. So Control B again to hide my sidebar, and then I'm going to go live. That's Alt L-O, or you can just click go live somewhere at the bottom here. So as you can see, it has done a refreshing for me. what's happening? Okay, we don't know what's happening, but let's kick it to the HTML part again. Now let's come to the card test. So there's the card image, the one for the above, and then let's come and actually show you here because we are actually using this. And I'm going to have dot card. Let me just go div, and I'll give it a class of card test. Yeah. And then in here I'm going to have a paragraph. Now I want some dummy text. I could just copy. Let me just copy this. Control C and Control V. Save it. Nothing is happening because you are not on that screen. And then I'm going to have my link. So I'm going to use an anchor tag A, and I'm going to give it a class. Let me just. So an href. What's the href? We don't know. A dummy text will be okay. And let me add a class of. Okay, I'm going to give it a class of btn. That was backend. And what do I say inside? I say what? Contact me. Yeah, that means let us link up and let us do things. So this is it. Sarfo Carbell, web designer. This is the lorem, the dummy text we got from there, and this is my backend. So let's just jump straight to the CSS. Okay, so the thing is that mobile first. Okay, so whatever we are doing, we do mobile first. We are going to style it in accordance with the mobile first, yeah, then later we make it responsive. Okay, always remember mobile first because most people are now holding smartphones and then smart tablets. I don't know what it is. So first thing I always do is reset everything. Okay. What am I doing? Okay, so padding of 0 pixels, margin of 0 pixels. Then I want box sizing of border box. Save it, and then you can see now. You saw what happens. I mean, that's Ghana. Okay, so you saw what happened. Some things changed. Yeah, I'll explain that in other videos. Let me take some water. Voice is drying out. Water is good. Okay, so let's go to the body. Okay, so the body, I'm going to give it a height of 100%. We have to do this. And then I'm going to give it a weight of, let me say, 100% to. And then I'm going to give it a font family. There's this font family I'm so in love with. It's called Montserrat. Hey, yes, if some Ghanaians are watching it, we're saying, so you're watching that telenovela. So that's the name of the font family, Montserrat, and the fallback font is what? Sans serif. Save it, and you see it just changed. So this wonderful, pretty. It's as pretty as the lady in that telenovela. So Montserrat, okay. And then also line height. I'll give you a line height of 1.5, and then let's save it. Yeah, some things have actually changed. Now, anytime you see any image, img, whether the image is where or there or here or there, I want the weight of the image to be 100% of the parent element. That means it can't overlap, and then the height should be auto. So the height should be just enough, correspond with it. And then okay, so the next thing we are going to do is let's just go straight into styling everything. So dot section contact, that's what I say, right? I'm going to give text align center. Everything should be centered neatly. You can see that happening on the right side thanks to live server. I have the link in the description so you can look up and download it. And I want to give it a color. Did I say color? I want to give it the minimum height should be 100 viewport height. That's the minimum height. And then I also want to give it padding of 100 pixels top and then 0 left and right. So as you can see, that's the 100 pixels 15 at the top there, and then at the bottom here we also have something neat. We'll get there. Little, small. Okay, small. Okay, so let's go dot section contact and then card. If you're wondering where those names are coming from, once again our HTML is here. You can always refer. So this is the section content we are done. We are starting the card, the main card itself. Okay, so we are calling it dot card, and then I want a weight of 80%. Save it. Something has happened. You see, I could have used align and display flex and align all those things, but another way to center things, if you want to go, you at setting the weight maybe something less than 100%, you can say margin of what, auto. It will center everything for you, neat for you, something very neatly. Okay, so everything is what, centered for me, and then I can continue. But even with that, I don't want the weight to be greater than 500 pixels. So I'm setting the max weight of what, 500 pixels. Now let me comment that one out. Let me take this one and let me try making it big. Look at this. If it just keeps getting bigger, no, stop. It won't stop. It just keep going bigger. If the browser also keeps going bigger. But is that what we want? No, we want it to stop somewhere. Meaning, like bar stop or something. I don't know. Is it bar stop? Yeah, hey, it keeps going. That means it didn't even work. Yeah, something was wrong. I knew it. So let's save it. So now you see it has stopped. It's no longer getting bigger past certain stage, because that's what the max weight. Meaning you can get big, but we'll do one normal. If you get to this place, don't keep going big. Alright. So that's the use of that max weight thing that you are seeing there. And then I want the background color. Let's use our channel's color. So that's 0072CE. Save it. That color is great. And then I want box shadow. I want box shadow of 0 pixels on the X. I want 6 pixels on the Y. I want 10 pixels blur, and then I want black. But VS Code is so great, so it will give me something. Oh, where is it? Come here. Yeah, that's it. I want something like 7.5, something very dark. Yeah, save it. Yeah, I think 6 is too much. Let me make it 3. Let me make it 3. Save it. Yeah, that's it. To make it feel like it's not lying flat like that. Okay, let's continue. I'm going to give it a color of white. I want everything this one to be white, and also give it a padding of 30 pixels. So we can see the padding makes it even look greater, because the padding comes around everything, and the color also becomes white, and that's neat. And then the next important thing you're going to do here is I'm going to say display of what, flex. I've used flex so much in most of my videos, and the moment I say display flex, it's going to arrange everything horizontally, just like what you just saw right now. And that would have been okay if we were styling it this way. I mean, yeah, like this for the big one like this. But actually we are doing mobile first, and for the mobile one, we know that they said, is it they or we said this should be what, everything should be vertical. So one way we can do that is that we can come to the very main one here and make it go downwards by saying flex direction the column. Yeah, so now it's what, arranging the items vertically. Guys, this is great, this is cool, this is easy. Yeah, it's cool as me. It's a lemon. My hair is sakura. Okay, so before anything, let's just align items center, justify content, also send other type center, save it. You don't really see, but you understand that in the near future. Okay, now let's go and style the top here. Let's give it this nice look that we have here. And then how do we do that? We do that by just coming here. If I should just come here like this, take everything here, Control C, copy, then Control V, paste it here. Alright, and then go and say card image. Alright, that one for here, there's card image. Now I want to give it a margin bottom. I want to make margin of like maybe say 20 pixels. Save it. Yep, just push it down a little bit, and then I'll copy everything again. Control C. If you're able to get mobile first, then if you plan very well and you do mobile first, Trust me, changing to the a bigger screen is far easier. So I'm going to give the weight of the image. I want to give it a weight of 200 pixels, a height of also 200 pixels because I'm aiming for what? A circle. Save that. Control S, it becomes what? Smaller, but that's not all. Let's give it what? A border radius of 50%. Save it. Nice circle. But that's all we want. No, we want to give it something, make it pop up a little bit. So I'm going to give it a border of something like 3 pixels solid, and then I want white because white and the blue are good. So that's it. Looking cool as me, like I said, cool as me. Okay, so Control V, paste whatever we copied there. Now let's start the H2 that we have there. We want to give it the H2. I mean the H2. So let's give it a color. The color is already white. So let's give it font size of let me say 30 pixels. I want to keep this video short, but if I'm trying to do that, I want to explain some things. 30 pixels. Then font weight. That means how bold it is. Font weight of also something like 400. Yeah, save that, and then it looks a bit thinner. Let me see. Margin of 0. Alright, so that's it here. Does it look like the main one? You can bet on that. We are there, guys. We are there. No need to worry, guys. If you're getting any value from this video, please smash the like button, okay? Just to help me to help you. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. So let's continue. Now let's start the H5. That's this small web designer thing you are seeing here. Control V once again because I'm in my card image. So just type H5. It's my keyboard noisy. Let me know. And then I'm going to give text transform. I want everything to become what? Uppercase. And we can use what? Text transform property. And that one we have, you can see it here, capitalized, lowercase, none, uppercase, initial, whatever. I'm using uppercase. So let's save that. And then you can see it has become what? All uppercase. And I think that's okay. Let me give it some font weight of something 600. It should be bolder because it's smaller. It shouldn't be as, let me keep it 9. Yeah, make it stand out. It shouldn't be the same. Yeah, I don't know whether you agree with me, but let's go to the card text and let's start styling something. You can just do this, comment something out, card text. Okay, so let's go. And then alright, so card text, let's go. I'm going to copy Control V, paste everything, but the image is now going to become text. And then first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to style my my paragraphs. I'm going to give it a font size of 15 pixels, and then I'm going to give it a margin bottom of 10 pixels. Just push away the button down. Yeah, that looks great. It looks like the parent one. Whether you agree with it or not, that's what it looks like. So let me copy everything here. Control C, Control V, and then I want my, we call the button.btn. If you could remember, let's look at the HTML just to remind you. We give the class of what? BTN, that's the button. So guys, let me take some water. My throat is dry. Again, water is good. Okay, so first thing is display of inline block. I'll explain that in another video, but for now let's just keep going. We can't explain that here. Test decoration. That just the decoration of what? Now take away the underline, save it, give it a color of white, background color of also one of our brand colors, EB367B. Asking me why I'm not quoting this one off my head, because this one it's not really okay. So let me just look at that color. So this is the color. I want to much brighter. So that's it here. Looking almost ugly. Padding of, let me say, the padding, I'm going to give it this way: 15 pixels up and down, and then 30 pixels left and right. Save that, and that's good. Almost there. Border radius for the rounded circles, rounded rectangle, whatever their name is. 5 pixels should do the job for us. Okay, it has done it. It is doing the job. In fact, it has done the job. Alright, so then what else? When you hover, you want it to become white. So then copy everything here. Control C, bring this one up here. Control V. If I should hover, I want the background color to be white. And then I want the color of the text inside to be the opposite color. That is it. Thank you very much, VS Code. And that's it. Wow, that's no. Let's add some borders. Border of like, let me just say 2 pixels solid, and then FF. Yeah, that color. Okay, so that's it. It's working, right? So let's go. Let's kick it. Now let's look at the very main card, guys. When you take some rounded circles on the card to make it look great. Let's do that. We are smart. We want the card to be so. Let's see. Border radius of like something 3 pixels. Is that one? Yeah, let's some modern look. Mobile view completed 100%. The remaining part is your challenge. Okay, guys, look at it. It is what I was expecting. Now, whenever we hover on this, realize that it pushes the main thing down. It's because now the borders are what being included, so it is giving that baggy or glitchy look. And this is how we can fix that. We can copy our border, copy it here, Control V, paste it here, but this time we won't give it any color. Let's just make it transparent. Save it. So now we hover, no glitchy look. But if it wasn't there, it means first there's no border. But the moment you hover on it, the borders come, meaning it's creating room for that, and that's pushing things. We don't want to give it that any glitchy look, so we just give it border but make it transparent so that we don't see. But when we hover, we see the borders now. Is that not better? That's better, and that's great. So let's go to how we can make it become, responsive, the bigger view. Let me see. Is it here? Yeah, like this. This really looks like me. Okay, so we use what at media queries. We call it media query by media screen, and then you tell. Let me just say main weight of 600 pixels. So let me just say display of now. Okay, now okay guys, let's get to it. Let's get to the very main one. Queries is used to write responsive design. Okay, so anytime we say what media screen and then the main weight of what 600 pixels. Anytime the weight becomes anything from 600 pixels and above, this set of properties will kick in. Are you okay? So before that, it's not showing, but the very moment the weight becomes anything above 600 pixels, it's going to what kick in. So let's look at this. I said body should be what display of what now, meaning the body should be what invisible. Now I'm below 600 pixels, nothing is happening. The very moment I enter into 600 pixels, it becomes invisible. Now the body is no longer there, meaning we are at what 600 pixels, and then this new set of instructions have kicked in. That's the amazing thing of what media queries. Now it has displaying. Now nothing is displaying now like that. If I even say, if I say background color of red and save it, the moment I enter into 600 pixels, it's going to change. Meaning, you see, so that's what the power of what media queries. But that's not what we want to use it for here in this video. Let's go and say, what am I saying? Wrecking ball. Okay, no, not wrecking. You're not wrecking anything. So let's go very straight to our card. So if you see the card here, we say what display of what flex, and we give flex direction of what column. That was the reason why it's stacked up vertically like this. And as you come down here and say dot section contact dot card and say flex direction of row, which is how it is set to automatically. Then automatically what does it do? And it now aligns everything what in a row like this, and then it looks like we are even almost done. Guys, this is easy. That's media queries. If you write smartphone first, change to desktop is so easy. But there's something I want to add. Let me just press Control V. Yeah, I won't do that. Let me copy this. Control V, and I want to have dot card image. I think the margin right of like maybe something like 10 pixels. Let me see. Like this. So I want to give some spacing in between here. So I could just say 20. And that's it. So guys, as you can see, we have just completed everything here, making it look so easy, so cool. And then I think that here too we can also increase the margin between these so that this button comes down a little bit. I can copy this here, Control C, Control V, I want this text, and then dot btn, and I can say margin top of course like 10 pixels. That's too small. 20. Yep, it can come down a little bit. You can even make it 30. At least that's better. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for sticking to the very end and then seeing everything. Like I said, all the code here is linked in the description below. So go to codepen, take the code, make it your own. It's for you, made by you, and made for you. And then if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button to keep us going. And if you got any value out of this video, please do all to smash the like button. And without much ado, I'm going to catch you in the very next video.